Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining me for another episode of Your Pleasure Incorporated into Daily Living. I am your host, Ellen Nicholas, sensuality consultant and life coach. Today, I want to talk to you about love, this chapter on motherly love. There are different kinds of love, and in this series, I want to differentiate what they are. So, last week I talked about romantic love, and this week I would like to talk about motherly love, which is very different than romantic love. So, motherly love happens once a woman decides she wants to get pregnant or she wants to have a baby, because you can have a baby without getting pregnant. You could adopt, you could take in someone else's child. So once you decide that that is something you want to do, motherly love is very different. The only thing that can be compared to it as far as its depth and what it encompasses is love of God, because like love of God, it's unconditional. Mothers love their children from the moment that they realize that they're having a baby. From that very moment, they start taking better care of themselves. They want to eat right. They want to take their vitamins. They want to get enough rest. They want to give themselves every chance to give that child a chance to come into this world as healthy as they possibly can. And then when the child is born, that mother loves that baby as if that baby was part of it, a part of her. And why? Because that baby is part of her. Yeah, it started with one little egg, but then uh, from her blood, from her bones, from her food, from everything that makes her, this child took on life. And so she has a real investment of time, sweat, and blood to have this child. And then to add to the beast de resistance, when the time comes for the baby to come into the world, she puts a whole lot of effort into that as well. Now, I'm not saying that all mothers are the same. It's not true, of course. We know that there are some women who, for whatever reasons, psychological trauma, rape, incest, whatever kind of painful situations they went through, they bring that into their daily life, the pain and the memory of that into their daily life. And so for them, it is a real difficulty to love anyone unconditionally. But for the woman who is ready, able, and truly wants to have this child and is willing and able to leave behind the past traumas of her life to invest herself in the life that is within her and then in her arms, that is truly motherly love. Unconditional, nurturing, and forever. Even once a child grows up and they are a full grown adult, the mother always sees that person as her child and would do anything to protect them and to love them and to help them and to be there for them. So, motherly love is caring, it's responsible, it's nurturance, it's respect for the child and for the relationship, and it is care. So, all the same kind of aspects that are part of all the love, the different kinds of love, are also part of motherly love. But unlike romantic love, which is conditional, motherly love is unconditional and happens from the moment that mother realizes that she's having a baby. She wants to give that baby everything she possibly can all through its life. You know, it's kind of funny. You can look at a child, and some people say, my goodness, this child has so many issues. who could possibly love that child? Well, his mother could. His mother doesn't see the issues. She sees the life that she has brought into the world, and she sees the opportunity to rise to the occasion and to be the very, very wonderful influence, nurturance, and foundation for that child to go forward. So I hope you found this interesting. Next week, we're going to talk about fatherly love, which is also extremely important for the development of the child. I hope you will join me. I hope you've been doing your Kegel exercises, and I hope you love yourself, because that's where it all begins. Take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now. And namaste.